Hey guys, welcome to the Vault. We're back with some more exclusive content. Jason, Leon, and Pierre here. We're joined by Jesus, aka 561 Fitteds, here to preview something really cool. Hope you guys enjoy. Pierre, take it away.
Jesus. So this is my first time getting to meet you. I've talked to you a little bit on Instagram.
Yeah.
Got a chance to I've already seen the hats, obviously, but listen, I think these are pretty fantastic. So I wanted to start with first, like, allowing you a space to introduce yourself and tell us what the inspiration behind the pack was.
So first off, I wanted to give a big shout out to Sneakertown, for giving me the opportunity to design for them. I reached out to them, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that they gave me to work with them and be part of the Sneakertown family. And I want to give a big shout out to you guys as well for having me on the show as well.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. With that out of the way, so the inspiration for most of my packs that I did, especially this one, are based off Naruto. Anime, but this one in particular is Naruto, Neon Genesis, and the next couple ones you're going to see are based off other albums that I personally like. So yeah.
One album I really love that you hook to, but I hate the team. So we'll get there when we get there. But we'll get started here, man. I like we're gonna start off with a bang here too. So Leon, if you want to pull up the inspiration, I'll go through the caps with you guys. And Jesus, you can kind of narrate a little bit.
All right. So this one is I did it off the Florida Marlins, based off the Neon Genesis Eva 6. Also, his name is Kaudo, if I'm not mistaken. And he was more of this Neon Genesis was more of the newer ones. They're from the newer movies, so from the 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. But yeah, this one I based it off the Florida Marlins. Again, I want, being from Florida and being raised in Florida, and of course Sneakertown being from Miami, best way to do it was through a Florida hat. So I went with this script. This script, we haven't seen it at all. I haven't personally seen it that much at all. And the colors were based off the robot, as you can see in the picture, and as well as the character. So I took a little inspiration from the characters and the robot and meshed them together, and that's what I came up with.
Yeah, really nice job here, man. Really nice job. Solid first cap. And listen, this one is definitely one of my favorites after going through it. So we'll start there. Now let's move up to the next character.
All right. So this one her name is Mari, inspired by Eva 8. She's part of the newer Neon Genesis films. So she's not part of the original 3. But yeah, for this one, I wanted to do something different. There's so many M's or teams that start with the letter M. I was looking for this. I was looking for something new, and I saw this logo, so I wanted to use this. I haven't really seen this logo, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I used the side patch, the Seattle Mariners, to fit the theme, the yellow, going with the robot. And the pink of course, the pink is inspired from the robot, and then the other colors, again, inspired from the character itself, the pilot. So it's a combination of both.
Yeah, very nice looking cap.
I like how the points kind of match the crown on the robot.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes a lot of sense. Good hook here. All right. Next up.
Again. All right. So this one is Asuka, Eva 2. She's part of the original 3, with Shinji, Asuka, and being Rei. This one didn't make it into the last pack, which we saw released a couple weeks ago. So this is it landed a couple like the week after. So now we're getting to show off. And again, it's based off the robot, the original colorway, which is the orange and the yellow that you see, or the oranges, the dark orange and then the lighter orange, and of course the A representing her name, Asuka. And I went with the angels because, for this reason that you mentioned it, ironically, in the anime, the enemies or the antagonists are called angels, and her death is through an angel, or angel, should I say. So that's why I went with the angels to represent that. And again, it's representing the pilot and the Eva itself, the robot.
Really nice, man. Nice job. Lot more to these hooks than meets the eye, which is great.
absolutely love the hats, but I have no idea what any of these words are that you're saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry if I'm kind of. I know the people that'll be watching, they'll understand what I'm saying, but
Right.
keep it short.
My son
Ooh.
understands. I'll tell you that right now.
All right.
I was showing these to my son before earlier today, and he knew what characters they were when I started to read them off to him, so he understood.
All right. So now we're going. This was my when I wanted to work with a store at the moment of time. This was the very first pack that I really wanted to do, which was a Naruto based theme pack. We haven't seen, other than John Jay and I think Catboys have done one hat of Naruto based, but we haven't really seen any Naruto. But this one was particularly inspired by Madara, one of the bigger villains in the show. Like he's like one of the strongest, but he's also badass looking, very popular in the show. If you tell any Naruto fan who this character or show them who he is, they'll know who he is. I went with the Marlins. Again, it's the city. I want to represent my hometown, and so I went with the Marlins, and I went with that purple, that metallic-ish in the front, and then those different sides of hints of colors to represent the Susanoo, one of his beasts that he's able to unleash, and of course the red comes from the armor, the navy blue from his underneath the armor, and so on and so forth. So that's the Madara.
Yeah, this one's crazy.
Badass.
All right.
For a badass character.
Yep.
This one.
Is this the right one?
This one is probably my personal favorite. His name is Shisui. One of my all-time favorite characters in the show. Very little time, probably had like 15 minutes, if not less, throughout the whole 600 episodes that are in the anime. But yeah, I went with the Seattle Mariners to represent this character with the black and brown. It's main colors that he has, and the red, of course, to represent his eyes, the Sharingan. And I went with the metallic. Most of these hats you'll see, the Naruto ones at least, will have most of the metallic due to the headband being metallic. So I went with that on most of them. You'll see those hints around. So yeah.
Very nice. Another one of my favorites. This is a really good pack, man.
Yeah. All right, so this one is Mike Guy, another good, well-known character.
Take a look at that right there, though. Stop for a second. Take a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Looks perfect. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry. But yeah, this one is my guy. I wanted to represent. He's a very badass character, but he's also very goofy looking in the show. In the picture, it doesn't really show, but he wears like a full green overall, some tights, I guess you could say, with those long socks like they wore in the 80s, 70s, the women would wear when they would work out.
They're called leg warmers.
There you go, leg warmers.
Jason wears them when he does his aerobics.
I do. Sweating to the oldies.
Yeah. So the green, the top, the crown. That's what I went with for that one. To represent his little tight, and then the green, the olive green. He wears a green vest, like an olive vest. So I went with that to hit it with the two-tone, and the orange, of course, coming from the socks to represent that. And I went with the M. Of course, his name is my guy, so to represent that. And I went with the twins. It was just that side patch was calling out when I was making it, so to represent the character in the picture.
Another banger. This one's good too, man. It sports Jason's least favorite side patch, but this thing is so well done.
All right, so now we're moving on to the music pack. I guess I like to personally call this that Piff pack. But originally, this is the Nujabi. So do you guys know him by any chance?
Was this a mixtape though? This was an actual release.
No, this was an album actually. This was
right. Yeah. So Dat Piff was all mixtapes. So one of these is definitely a mixtape, but this one,
this one was an album. But so like I originally said, this one was supposed to be part of the Samurai Champloo pack, the Marlins that we saw a couple weeks ago again with the Mugen.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But this one came in a little bit late, so this is what we have at the moment. But this one's inspired by Nujabi. Although he wasn't a character in the actual anime, he was a well-known producer and DJ from Japan. And he collaborated with the anime, and the full album is on the anime, so you can hear it throughout the various episodes. And yeah, he was like I said, he was a well-known DJ in Japan, but unfortunately in 2010 he passed away at the age 36. So I wanted to represent him with the Angels. I went with the Angels to represent the album. The name of the album is Model Soul. So I hit it with a whole bunch of metallics, the different kinds of variants blues that you see on the album, and the different reds and oranges that you see as well on there.
It was a beautiful hat.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, I love Joey Badass. I just hate the Yankees, but this thing is really, really good, man.
Yeah. So, all right. So now we're getting into that Piff pack. That's why I said I call it that. There's 5 hats to this pack. The other 3, they're not here yet, unfortunately. But these are the only 2 we have at the moment. And this is Joey Badass 1999. One of my favorite mixtape, if not my all-time favorite mixtape that he's ever released. Being only 16 and releasing this mixtape and being a banger as it is, I had to do it right with the Yankees. And, of course, hitting it with the 1999 patch to represent the name of the album. I hit it with a whole bunch of metallics to make it shine and pop, that, as you can see on the mixtape front cover. And, yeah, I went with that lighter tone Gold Vegas upper and that olive to represent the olive that's around the mixtape.
Yeah, Joey Badass is actually from Brooklyn, but I do like how you used the New York hat because of that 1999 World Series patch.
Yeah.
Joey Badass, man. A throwback rapper, I'd say. Sounds like somebody from the 90s, honestly.
He's still around. He just made the sequel to his album. So
I still listen to him.
Yeah.
All right.
So now, again, this is 2 of 5. So this is the Cushion Orange Juice by Wiz Khalifa. This was something I had in mind when I was making this particular hat. I love this mixtape. Even though I'm not into all that, smoking or anything. That's not me. But I just personally enjoyed the album. It's a very chill album. During this era, Wiz Khalifa was, that rapper that everybody was influenced by, wearing the clothing, the Taylor Gang and so on and so forth. So that mixtape was one of my favorite projects that he ever did. And so I went with that. I went with the yellow, the soft yellow to represent the mixtape, the front cover. And I hit it with a white, not a white, but a chrome visor. It's actually chrome. It's hard to tell. But yeah, it's a chrome visor. And I wanted to give it more of that little creamy-ish color look to it. And the patch, I went with the All-Star Game patch. The different various colors that represent and that were represented in the front, the different various greens from the mixtape itself. There's also another mixtape cover, which is where I got the other colors from. So that's where those other colors came from as well.
All right. Really nice.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I'd like to know why you picked this piece of clothing, though.
I personally own this polo shirt, and it goes for a lot on the market, probably like $300. It's one of my Nike has always been one of my favorite brands that I like, streetwear brands, and especially when they do collaborations with other companies, such as this one in particular is Nike Cactus Plant Flea Market. So I love that brand. And this shirt, I have it in my closet. And one day I was like, why don't I just make a hat based off of it? And so I came up with this, and I wanted to do something tonal, very chill, very simple, that you could just throw on. You don't have to have the shirt necessarily, of course, but that's what I went for. Just to throw on, it's one of those, I guess you could say, simple and classic fit hats you could just grab whenever you want and just walk out the door.
Really nice.
Yeah, I don't own that shirt, but I'm wearing the hat right now.
Yeah, this is a good pack, man.
Thank you. Right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, really nice job with these, man. I mean, we're not going to rank these because they're just all so good. I will share I have a few favorites though. Those Marlins, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
This one, just great. I mean, they're all good, man. They're all good. This one's great.
I really like that one.
I mean, the Joey Badass, I'm not a Yankees fan, but my God, this thing is like incredible, man.
That's
This thing is very well done. This is one of the best Yankees hats I've seen in a long time.
Thank you.
And this one too. You took boring and made it look really, really good. I mean, this looks really good for just a plain old Angels hat, man, with that 89 All-Star Game patch. This is a really good hat. I mean, you did a really nice job with these, man. Really did.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, so listen, so these will be releasing soon on Sneakertown, right? So we'll have
6 of the hats from the 10 pack that are dropping this Saturday would be the Naruto pack, and the Neon Genesis. Those 6 hats will be dropping this Saturday, the 21st, at Sneakertown at Color Bay and Gardens, both locations.
So the 6 anime caps will drop this Saturday?
Yes,
at
correct.
both locations in store. Not sure about when they drop online.
Online will be at a random date.
All right, good.
Yeah.
How about the others?
The other 3 will be releasing probably the following week after that, if anything. And again, online will be at a random date. It'll be on Saturday as well.
All right, got it. So that would be the 28th, right?
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the 28th, you'll see the remainder of the pack, the non-anime hook caps, dropping on the 28th. Both locations online to be determined. So I would stay tuned. Follow Sneakertown for more updates. That's the way to kind of stay in tune here. So listen, man, really nice job here, Jesus. These are fantastic caps. Really well done. You and Danny are the 2 guys that have most prominently worked with Sneakertown, and you knocked it out of the park, much like Danny has in the past. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to have you on the show today. And with that, Leon, big fella, take us away.
Yeah, let us know in the comments which of these creations are your favorite. Make sure you guys are following Sneakertown for future release info. For Jesus, Jason, Leon, and Pierre, we're signing out, guys. Stay fitted.
See you, everybody.
Peace.
Brought to you by VFTV.